Since we last spoke, all things Bradford City on this channel, Jonathan Tompkinson has signed for Ross County on loan for the remainder of the campaign. Harry Ibbotson has joined Guiseley on an initial 1 month loan, and today it was confirmed that striker Tyler Smith has joined Barrow AFC on loan for the remainder of this season. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below, and let's get into today's video. I think the writing was on the wall for Tyler Smith this season. Really struggled for minutes, just a one league start for him so far this campaign, and with the money that he's on, he needed to leave the football club, and I'm glad that it's a loan and not a permanent basis as of right now. But Bradford City tweeted at 1 PM today saying Tyler Smith has joined Barrow on loan for the remainder of the season. We would like to wish Tyler all the best with the move. The article does then read, Smith in Barrow loan switch. Tyler Smith has joined fellow Sky Bet League 2 side Barrow on loan for the remainder of the season. The forward has featured 7 times for the Bantam this campaign, with his most recent appearance coming against Rotherham United in the Virtue Trophy. Obviously was subbed off at half time in that game. Everyone at Bradford City wishes Tyler well with the move, and obviously with him signing for another club. Barrow also tweeted saying, we're pleased to announce the signing of Tyler Smith on loan from Bradford City until the end of the season, subject to EFL approval. Their article does then read, Tyler Smith signs. We're pleased to announce the signing of Tyler Smith on loan from Bradford City until the end of the season, subject to EFL approval. The 26-year-old rejoins the Bluebirds, having had a previous loan spell to Holker Street during the first half of the 2018-19 season, obviously when we were relegated from League One. During his first stint with the Bluebirds, Smith proved clinical, bagging a combined 12 goals and assists in just 23 outings. If he can get anywhere near that type of form in the back end of this season for Barrow, he's got a good chance of playing for Bradford City again next season. After an impressive spell with Ian Evert's side, the young forward earned a loan move to League One side Doncaster Rovers for the remainder of the season, where he scored twice in 14 matches during their run to the playoff semi-final. The Sheffield United Academy graduate spent the best part of the following 2 seasons on loan at the likes of Swindon Town, Bristol Rovers and Rochdale before earning a permanent move to Championship side Hull City, where he remained for 2 seasons. Following his stint at the MKM Stadium, Smith signed a 3-year deal with Bradford City in the summer of 2023, where he racked up 54 appearances while bagging at 12 goals. How on earth has he got 54 appearances for this football club? Last season, the former Blade won the Golden Boot in the EFL Trophy after he netted 6 goals in the Bantams run to the semi-finals, where they lost out to League One side at Wycombe Wanderers. Speaking about rejoining Barrow until the end of the season, Smith said, I'm really happy to be back. I can't wait to get started and I'm all ready to go. I think looking back, I had the best time of my career when I was here, so I'm happy to be back and I can't wait to get back on the pitch. He added, after speaking to the gaffer, speaking to Tails, Jason Taylor, everything just felt right for me to be here. I've not played in a little while, so I can't wait to be back playing. And obviously, if you want to listen to the full interview, make sure to go over to Barrow's YouTube channel. But I think this is a best move really for all parties. Before we do go any further though with today's video, don't forget to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Can we try and hit 100 likes on today's video? That'd be massively appreciated. And don't forget to get your thoughts in on this move down in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on Bradford City striker Tyler Smith joining fellow League 2 side Barrow AFC on loan for the remainder of this season? Now, like I mentioned, Tyler Smith has really struggled for game time so far this campaign. Just the 5 league appearances for him, and they were all in October when we were really short on numbers. We had absolutely no bodies. His last appearance in the league was also his last start. That was on the 26th of October in our only home league defeat of the season. Obviously no goal contributions. I think it's a bit harsh to really judge him off of 133 minutes in terms of his statistics, so we'll have a look at last season, where he did play quite a lot of football for Bradford City. 38 appearances in total, 19 of them being starts, playing well over 1,700 minutes in that season. He did only score the 5 goals, but averaged a goal every 344 minutes. That isn't an awful return, but he missed a lot of big chances. According to this, he missed 10. That's terrible. Only had a 9% goal conversion rate. These statistics do not lie. That is simply not good enough if you want to be promoted. His catalogue of goals was actually really good. You think of the volley at home to Accrington, the really cute finish at home to Doncaster Rovers. We also had the strike away at Barrow, really composed finesse into the bottom corner. Even away at Doncaster Rovers, that was an absolutely excellent strike, and I can't remember who the other goal was against, but it was in the easy chances which he would miss, and as we can see here, he did miss 10 of them, unfortunately. Failed to provide an assist for Bradford City. Had a 79% passing accuracy though, which I think is pretty solid for a striker. Defensive stats obviously not particularly great. Wins 46% of his ground duels, only 17% of his aerial duels with a 28% successful dribble rate. I think the problem with Tyler Smith is because he's so small, you then need to be absolutely rapid, and he doesn't really have that, and he's not really a good finisher. He's not got an outstanding attribute in anything, and when you're that type of player, you need to be a good finisher. If you're not going to be outstanding physically or really quick, you have to be a good finisher, and Smith just isn't quite there yet. I think this loan spell could really work out for him. Obviously, Barrow did have Andy Dallas from Barnsley. He went back and they've brought in Tyler Smith. Is that really an upgrade? I'm not too sure, in all honesty. I really do hope Smith goes there, plays 20 games, gets 8 goals, 3 assists, something like that. That would be a really nice return, and he'd set himself up then to have a successful spell potentially next season with Bradford City as he enters his final year of his contract. Looking back, should Bradford City give him a 3-year deal? Probably not. But last season in the Football League Trophy, as we know, he did quite well. This season, less said about it the better. But last season, 6 goals in 5 starts, averaged a goal every 70 minutes, still went on to miss 7 big chances, but had a 30% goal conversion rate, and also got 1 assist. When he's playing against kids, this man's prime R9. I would be really interested to know what the finances are like on this deal. Say Tyler Smith's on $2,500–3,000 a week, for example. How much of that are Barrow going to cover? $2,000 I think would be really good if he's on $3,000 a week. $1,500 would be the minimum that I would take. Any more than that I think would be a bonus, in all honesty. But Smith just needs to go out and play regular games. It now surely frees up a spot for us to bring in another striker. I know Graham Alexander said that we're not actively looking for that position. There's 1 or 2 others that are a bigger priority, but like I said at the time, I think that's just mind games, so teams don't add on an extra zero. As we know, we are in the market to now go and replace Andy Cook, and I don't think Tyler Smith was ever going to be the man to replace them goals. At 26 years of age now, he needs to be playing regular first team football, because if he doesn't play for the remainder of this season, he doesn't then play for next season either, where does his career go from there? Because you're going to struggle to get a Football League move again, especially on the money that he is on. So he needs to have a successful spell at Barrow. I hope it's not like Jake Young's loan spell to Barrow. I really do hope that he goes there, plays a lot of football, scores a lot of goals, gets a lot of assists, and then comes back to Bradford City in the summer fit and firing. But there's still a lot that he needs to work on, and maybe he can do that at Barrow, where there's obviously a lot less pressure. They're probably not really going to do anything this season. They're not in a relegation battle. They're nowhere near the playoffs. So the pressure's really off for Tyler Smith to just go and enjoy his football, and I really hope he does that. In terms of how Bradford City's squad is now lining up then for the 2024-25 campaign, as you can see, we are very short in the striker department. Michael Mellon is the big standout. Callum Kavanagh scored a lot in the EFL Trophy so far this season. Verdane Oliver is Verdane Oliver. Obviously, Andy Cook out for the season as well, and as we know, there is still a lot of players out on loan. I think it's pretty likely, it seems, according to the City event, that Sam Stubbs will be leaving on a permanent basis, and City event also said that there's a new striker incoming. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? But in terms of the other positions where Bradford City need to improve, we're still desperate for a goalkeeper, in my opinion. I don't think we are good enough in that department at this moment in time, and obviously we definitely need another striker, and maybe depending on what happens with Paul Huntington, potentially another centre-half as well. Obviously, sad news about Jonathan Tompkinson choosing Ross County over both Bradford City and Swindon Town. If you want to check out my full thoughts on that, then become a Tier 3 channel member. But the squad's not a million miles away if we get in a top-class striker and another goalkeeper. In terms of potential replacements, we should be chucking the boat at Freddie Draper. Ben Jacobs, who is obviously quite a well-respected journalist, he's got 375,000 followers. He says, understand Lincoln have now rejected a £230,000 offer from Walsall for Freddie Draper. Deal was close, but Draper played against Bolton on Tuesday and a board meeting followed. Lincoln decided to rethink things and could now offer Draper a new deal. I'm pretty sure he's got 18 months left on his contract with Lincoln, but go and chuck 350 grand at Lincoln City. He's a very good player. He would get us into League One. I'm absolutely convinced of it. He's the long-term replacement for Andy Cook as well. Give him a 3.5-year deal. Come on, Stefan Rupp. Put your money in your pocket. Not your money in your pocket. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your hand in your pocket. Spend the cash. We've barely touched the Harry Lewis and the Jake Young money. We've barely touched them transfer fees. And then we've also got the significant investment coming from Stefan Rupp. I'm still waiting to see that. I think Tommy Lee would have probably cost 50 to 100 grand. And I know George Lapsley's wages won't have been cheap. But Freddie Draper guarantees his promotion. It's really simple. Just go out and sign him. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Can we try and hit 100 likes, as I said at the start of today's video? That'd be massively appreciated. Don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below on this departure. What are your thoughts on Bradford City striker Tyler Smith signing for fellow League 2 side Barrow AFC on loan for the remainder of the campaign? I wish him all the best. I really do hope that he does smash it at Barrow, and fingers crossed he comes back fit and firing in the summer.